Hey there, Fabian here from AltumCode, back with another video tutorial. In this video I'm going to show you how you can install any of my products on Cloudways. Cloudways is a managed cloud hosting platform, which in simple terms means that you get to have your own VPS and in the most part not have to worry about setting it up, as they do everything for you. Cloudways gives you the ability to choose from multiple hosting providers such as Vultr, DigitalOcean, Linode and so on. You can get the list on their website. If you're a non-technical person and you do not want to deal with the hassle of setting everything up from scratch on a blank VPS, but you want to have much better performance than a shared web hosting, then Cloudways is the perfect fit for you. Now, the only requirement for this video tutorial is to have a Cloudways account already created and a domain name that you want to use for the product installation. What I'm going to do right now is log in, which I already did right here, and this is what you will see when you go into Cloudways. First off, I will click on launch so that I create my own server, the first one, and I will go right here to the application and server details and I will choose custom app for PHP. I will name my app 11 Uptime because I will use 11 Uptime as my test example project right here. Name the managed server, again 11 Uptime server, and project a random project that I created previously. Here, as you can see, you get to choose between DigitalOcean servers, Linode, Vultr, AWS or Google Cloud Platform. In this case I will choose Vultr, the standard one or the high frequency one, and the lowest because this is for testing purposes. So I will go back to location, and here you can choose the server location based on what Vultr has to offer, and I will choose, let's say, Frankfurt. Okay, now what I'm going to do is click on launch now. And as you can see right now, we have the 11 Uptime server, which is currently being created, and it will take approximately 13 minutes as it says right here. So we're going to come back after this. Alright, now as you can see, the 11 Uptime server is fully ready to go. What I'm going to do now is go directly into it, and right here you can see the master credentials that we're going to use later on. But first, what I want to do is make sure to fully set up the domain name that we're going to use for this installation. So what I want to do is simply copy the public IP, and then I will go to name, then go to my account, and I will of course log in, but I won't show you. Okay, now I'm logged in and I chose the altum.dev domain, which we're going to use for this tutorial only. So keep in mind, you can use your own domain registrar, but Namecheap is my own preferred domain name registrar of choice. Also keep in mind, if you want to sign up to Cloudways to get your own web hosting, or to Namecheap to get your domains or shared web hosting, I will leave some affiliate links down in the description below. And now let's continue. I will go to advanced DNS on Namecheap for this altum.dev domain, and right here I will make sure to delete everything because I don't need it anymore. Okay, and then I'm going to add a new A record. The host is going to be @sign, and then the IP is going to be the IP of the new server. I will just save the changes, and that's it for the domain. And what we just did right here is basically tell the domain registrar that we want the root domain, so basically when I access altum.dev, to point to this IP specifically. Okay, now let's go back to Cloudways, and what we're going to do is access the 11 Uptime application. This application is directly related to the 11 Uptime server because they create a server and an app for you automatically. And right now you can see the application URL is already assigned to a random subdomain from Cloudways. We're not going to use this, so we're going to go to domain management, and we're going to enter right here the primary domain, which is altum.dev, and I'm simply going to save changes. And while we're waiting for the primary domain to be updated, I'm going to go to check dnschecker.org, and right here I'm going to say altum.dev. I want to verify the A record, and I'm going to check to make sure the IP is the IP of the server that I just created, which we can see if we go to servers. And as you can see, it is propagated, so most likely we can use it. Alright, now I'm going to go to the 11 uptime application again. And right now what I want to do is make sure that we install the SSL certificate for the new domain. And right here I'm going to add a random email address. And right here I'm going to enter altum.dev. So simply install the certificate. And it's that easy. Okay, and now that we have the SSL certificate installed for altum.dev, I want to go to application settings right here, go to HTTPS redirection and make sure to enable this, because it will help you for when your visitors access your website without HTTPS, they will automatically be redirected to HTTPS. So that's a good thing. Alright, now what we want to do is go back to the server, settings and packages right here, and then packages. I want to change the PHP version to be on 7.4 or 8, because my products work on either 7.4 or up, including PHP 8. So I'm going to save right here. Alright, now you can see that Cloudways automatically set up the new PHP 8 version that we chose. These kinds of things are extremely helpful for people that really do not want to deal with the headaches of managing a server, as Cloudways does them automatically for you. Don't get me wrong, Cloudways is not perfect and does not magically solve all your problems, but in my opinion it makes your life much easier when dealing with your servers. So let's continue. I want to make sure that our application can be accessed and our domain name is ready to go. So I'm just going to go to altum.dev, and as you can see, it's already connected to Cloudways and it has a default landing page. What we want to do is connect to the SFTP and upload the files. So what I'm going to do is go right here to the server again. Oops, right here. And I'm going to copy the public IP and open up FileZilla. But of course you can use any other app that does this. So I'm just going to paste in the host right here. I'm going to copy the username, paste it right here, copy the password right here, and the port 22. So I'm going to quickly connect to it, go to applications, this one, public HTML, and as you can see, this is the index.php file that is already created by default. I'm simply going to delete this. Okay, and then I'm going to go right here. This is the package of 11 Uptime, one of my products. I will unzip, go into package extended, product, and I'm going to simply drag and drop all these files. And of course, we're going to wait for them to be uploaded. Alright, now we can go and start the installation process for my product. So I'm going to go to altum.dev/install. Start the installation. And then we can see what we need to do right here. We need to make sure that all the uploads folders are writable. So I'm going to make sure that this is the case with the uploads folder, file permissions, 777, recourse into subdirectories, just like this. And also you need to make sure that the config.php file is writable as well. Okay, so I'm just going to hit refresh, start the installation, I agree, and then you can see everything is checked out. So next, and right here you need to input your license key that you get after purchasing any of my products, the website URL of where you want to install the product, in this case it's altum.dev, and of course the database details. Now I'm going to blur this out, so I'm not going to show you what license I input, but as far as the database details, I'm going to show you how you can get them. We're going to go back to Cloudways, and right here we have the server, and we're going to go to the 11 Uptime application, and as you can see, you already have a database created for you. Again, I'm going to copy the database name and head back to the installation, paste it right here, copy the username, paste it right here, copy the password, and of course paste it right here. So I'm going to finish the installation, installation is complete, and as you can see, we can go to altum.dev and log in with admin. Perfect. The only things that we need to do right now is make sure that we set up the cron job for the products. So I'm going to go to admin panel, website settings, and right here at the cron tab, we have all the crons that we need to set up. If any of my products do not have this tab, it means that there is no cron job to set up. So what I'm going to do is only set up one, because I just want to show you how. So I'm just going to copy this line of code, go back to Cloudways, and of course cron job management. And right here you have the add new cron job button. I will click this and make sure it's every minute. I will select the type of the command, which is wget in this case, and I will paste in the URL right here. And that's it. It's as easy as that. And before finishing this video, I want to go back to the FTP manager and make sure I delete the install and update folder, because we do not need them anymore at this point. So I'm just going to wait for this to be deleted, and that's it. Keep in mind, you also need to set up an SMTP server, which will be responsible for sending emails from your application, as you do not get one with VPS servers by default, as you normally do with shared web hosts. So we are going to tackle this in the future videos. You can also play around with a ton of other Cloudways configuration settings for your server and application, but we will explore those in future videos. Thank you for watching.